What is going on, my friends? So, today I'll be ranking all diamonds in the game best worst, and it's my personal opinion, so feel free to disagree if you like. We're going to be starting with Assassin Kitana. Kitana is C in my opinion, she's just bad. Nothing special about her, the only thing good that she does is that bleed on tag plus some good power generation. More or less that's it. Blood Dragon Cabal, put him as a B, he's just okay character, nothing special. I mean, I just don't like using him, part of his passive is worthless. It's only good when the AI uses it, I mean the retaliation strike with a fatal blow, so yeah, not great. Blood Dragon Kano is a C, I reckon he's better than Kitana, or let's say the same level, but definitely they fall into the same thing. He's just not great, I'm sorry, low stats for a diamond, ridiculously low stats for a diamond. Yeah, I would almost never use him in a Black Dragon team, unless I really needed to start with X-Ray or something. Black Dragon Tremor is a B. I mean, there is nothing amazing about this character apart from the fact that he can resist stun in the beginning and he can be immune to all negative effects in the beginning before he does anything like special attack. So you can use him in order to, let's say, resist some stun from Liu Kang, Circle Shadow Liu Kang, if the modifier is, it takes only one, stuff like this. But the general case is, yeah, he's not amazing. Bounty Hunter in Black is an A. You can use that character in any game mode, he's going to give you bonus points, and on top of that he's great, not great support, he's like decent support and pretty decent fighter as well. He can fight very well. Also the fact that he can apply cripple on special 1 is pretty good. Circle Shadow Jax is total trash, in my opinion among the very worst characters in the game. He can disable because of his special 1 and special 2 debuffs, but the problem with him is that his damage is so low it's absolutely laughable, so pretty bad character. Circle Shadow Kitana is a C, or Catwoman Kitana. She's just not great. I mean, immunity to fear, I kind of needed immunity to fear once for 7 years in the game, or 8 years. Just once. I just rest my case. Circle Shadow Kung Lao, I don't know where to put him. He's like the top of the B tier. He's very good spammer special 2. The problem is that he doesn't work at low fusion. I mean, he can support Circle Shadow teammates, but at low fusion he cannot do much. And when you max him out, I don't see he becomes like godlike. He's just okay. Even though I am inclined to put him as an A, but I reckon he's like the bottom of the A or the top of the B. I prefer to put him on the top of the B. MK1 Kenshi is an A, very good character. I mean, he can do pretty great power generation with his special combo ender. He's very fun to play. A pretty powerful special too, so yeah, he's an A in my opinion. Unfortunately, he doesn't have great supportive value and he's not amazing at Fusion 0. Probably this is the only real drawback why I wouldn't place him as an S. Very fast character, very fun to play. Pretty nice. Quan Chi is at B again, another mediocre character, nothing special about him. Circle Shadow Sub-Zero again is a B. He's just okay, that's the best way I can describe him, he's just okay. Dead Eren Black again a B, a character that can be super fun to play. In fact, he's one of my most favorite characters to play, but he isn't amazing, especially considering the fact that Fusion 0 he has no value. Yeah, I put like ultimate value on how the character is good at Fusion 0. I understand that the fusions stack up and the character is not going to stay at Fusion 0, but like I can say, okay, are you going to unlock the character immediately he's going to become Fusion 10? No. So in my opinion, in order to basically evaluate a character, you have to consider how good he is when you unlock him and how good he is when you max him out. And Dead Eren Black is not godly when you max him out, so it's fine. Dead Jade is C. I'm sorry, she used to be so much better before, but now she's like bad. Dead Kitana is an A, very useful passive, I mean, for outwards characters, especially considering the fact that we have so many survival game modes. She can be quite useful support. Dark Emperor Liu Kang is an A. Unfortunately, part of his passive relates on Factional Wars, which is currently the worst game mode ever. Probably is going to get fixed, but for now, he's just an A. Dark Fate Terminator is a B. He can be useful in certain situations. Apart from that, he's super, and I mean super boring to play. Yeah, so he gets a B. Nightwolf is an A, a very useful character by the way, very useful character, good fighter, good support, useful Fusion 0, good everywhere, so I believe he's very useful. I don't really like that one of his combo enders is exceptionally slow, and in general they're just better cases when you want to use supports and when you want to use fighters, but he is a good support and a good fighter. The only problem is that there are better supports and better fighters, so I wouldn't say that he excels in some niche, he's just not amazing somewhere, so I can give him an S, sadly. Assassin Scarlet is... Assassin Scarlet... I think that, I mean, she can be super useful with one maxed out rare, but still I'm going to put her as top tier B. In my opinion, the best Skarlet in the game. Very versatile, especially with a Scorpion and Melina, but for now she's just a B. Vargot Liu Kang is an A, or a B, I don't know, I don't want to put. He's not horrible, quite frankly, he's not horrible. His passive is kind of useful. I believe he's A, he has more uses than Skarlet, which is very, very niche in my opinion. Freddy is a B, he can deal massive damage, but it takes ages to master him, to max him out, I'm sorry, not master him. And they're, in my opinion, they're better fighters than me. So you can use him as an assassin though, he's a lot of fun, but very situational character. Classic Goro is a C. Now he's not horrible, like so many people are saying he's completely horrible, but he's not great at the same time. MK11 Liu Kang, easy S, one of the very best characters in the game. Great in every game mode, he's even great at, not great, but good at Fusion Zero, because he can apply concussion on bosses and stuff, so quite good. Melina is a top tier B, or let's say lower tier A. I believe she ranks as top tier B. She's not horrible, but again, everything she does, other characters do it better, and that's her only biggest problem in my opinion. Sonya is B, just okay, she has sustain and that's it. Guardian Terminator is a B, another character who is decent. I mean, in certain setups he can be super useful, but I wouldn't place him as one of the very best characters in the game. Hellspawn Scorpion, one of the very best supports in the game, especially considering the fact that the best characters in the game are martial artists, which you're about to witness, so Hellspawn Scorpion comes in handy in a lot of situations. Injustice Raiden is an S, very good character. The only drawback is Fusion Zero, he's not amazing. But yeah, the character's not going to stay at Fusion Zero, however, that's a problem. One of the few problems that I have with him. Assassin Jade is... I think she's a B, she's not really horrible. But she relies on chance, which is unfortunate. Classic Jax is a C or a B, I don't know where. I think that he's better than the guy, so I'm going to put him as B. A lot of people underestimate Classic Jax, but he has very fast basic attacks, unblockable special 1, unblockable special 2. And unlike Circle Shadow Jax, this guy actually does damage with his special attack, so I think he's not that great. He's like a bottom B. Classic Rain is an S, an easy S. He's so great in so many game modes, like everywhere. He's great at Fusion Zero, great against bosses as a fighter, great against bosses as a support, great everywhere, so easy S. Classic Reptile, I will put him as a B. There's so, like top tier B, there's so many ways now to, even though he's great at Fusion Zero, there's so many ways to stop regeneration that I don't really believe Classic Reptile has so much value at the moment. Probably if I did this 6 or 7 or even 1 month ago, I'm sorry, 1 year ago, I'm going to put him as an A, but for now he goes to the B. MK1 Smoke is bottom B, he's just a mid character, there is nothing special about him, and actually I tested him extensively because I received some comments of people who said that he's great with the Midnight Sight, Cycle Sight, the Jason weapon. I tested it and it was underwhelming, I'm sorry. First thing first, there's nothing special about him, his passive is not really useful. Even with the Midnight Stalker Sight maxed out, I wasn't impressed. And on top of everything, when you play with him, he doesn't feel like Mortal Kombat character, he feels like a ballet player. And I'm not being like catty here, it's just the fact. This is how I feel when I use him, it doesn't feel like I'm playing Mortal Kombat, it's super weird. But anyways, I don't believe that this guy is complete trash. Probably bottom of B is not fair, probably mid B here, he's just okay. He's just okay, that's the best I can describe him. But he's far from being good character, great character, something like this, he's just okay. If you don't have anything else, I guess you can use MK1 Smoke. I'm even considering putting him here. You know what, I'm going to put him top of C. He's just not good, I'm sorry. He's just not, and the Midnight Sight, it doesn't compensate, because even with the Midnight Sight, I tested him and he doesn't impress. He's just not good. Liu Kang Classic is an easy S. I mean, this character is so good. He is insane. Probably the best special 2 in the game when it comes to damage per second. MK11 Liu Kang has the best damage output in general, but this guy has the best damage per second, which means that MK11 Liu Kang is going to do, let's say, 100,000 damage, but his special 2 has longer animation, so it will take him 5 seconds, which means that he's doing 20,000 damage per second, while Classic Liu Kang, let's say, is going to do 70,000 damage, but his special 2 is going to take 2 seconds, which is 35,000 damage per second. So in a way, by the time it takes MK11 Liu Kang to do 2 special 2s, Classic Liu Kang is going to do, for example, 4 special 2s. You get what I mean. So, those 2 guys have the best special 2 in different categories. MK1 Shank. MK1 Shank is bottom A. Now the reason why I place MK1 Shank bottom A is that he has one of the very best utility in the game, the best stun loop in the game, you can't even resist it, ability to completely power drain you, he can summon meat and stuff like this, even though he's very slow, he's super slow, his special 2 takes ages, but still, if you want to achieve greatness, to beat difficult fights, you can use that guy even at Fusion Zero, he's going to get the job done. Classic Raiden is easy S, a guy who can join more or less any team, a guy who can work at Fusion Zero, he's great everywhere, in every single game mode, so definitely he deserves to be S. Cold Scorpion is a very underrated character, Of course, he doesn't belong here. Of course, he doesn't. But he's definitely among the very best characters in the game. He has excellent special 1, excellent special 2, excellent passive, and he can even work at low fusion, even though he's not the best he can do. And he has the best stun loop in the game, in my opinion, if he isn't a Cold War team. Cold Sonya is a C. I'm sorry. Even though it's like, I mean, she can be very useful with the Midnight Stalker sight, but I'm not going to like judge the potential of the character if he only gets good if he gets one equipment and he has to be maxed out. Like, no. A lot of characters actually can work with the Midnight Stalker sight, even Classic Goro, but I don't really believe that they're great generally. The same case with Cold Sonya, and it is a pity because Cold War Sonya was my favorite character back in 2017. But ever since she turned into a diamond, I don't like her at all. I believe they butchered her, but it's my opinion. Oh, MK1 Takeda goes straight here. I'm not going to explain why. I'm sorry, he's just trash. Cold War Sub-Zero goes to B. Cold War Sub-Zero is just another decent Sub-Zero, and that's it. He's not great. I wouldn't say he's amazing. I wouldn't say he's bad. He's just okay. Cold War Scarlet, again, I think she deserves to be a B. She's just, again, the same thing. Not great, not terrible, just decent. Classic movie Johnny Cage is going to again to be like mid-tier B, something like this. I prefer the other Diamond Johnny Cage compared to classic movie. He just feels slow and clumsy to play. Still though, he has dots, so I guess he's okay. Leatherface is complete trash, one of the worst characters in the game. I absolutely despise him. MK11 Scorpion is the best character in the game. He goes right here in front of MK11 Liu Kang. I'm sorry Liu Kang, but Scorpion is superior. I beat so many towers, and I mean so many difficult tower fights, so many towers on a beginner account with Fusion Zero MK11 Scorpion that I cannot just start saying how useful that character is to elevate your account. So yeah, the undisputed GOAT in MK Mobile in my opinion. MK11 Fujin again is an S, very underrated character, but very useful in a lot of cases. Even in Fusion Zero he adds tons of value. In a lot of cases where you cannot use Team Soak in the beginning, you can use MK11 Fujin to destroy the bosses. So very useful character. Also for difficult fights, great, and he can support MK11 Scorpion. A lot of people actually don't see the fact that having not snare but dispel on special 1 on MK11 character is super useful. For example, if you get blind, if you get snared, you can just keep on spamming special 1 of MK11 Scorpion or whoever is your main fighter in MK11 realm, and you can get unsnared and uncrippled and stuff like this. Uncrippled, of course you can, but unsnared, unblinded and stuff like this, yes. The Joker, again an S, a very useful character. He's actually one of the characters that he kind of becomes worse once you max him out, if you have other characters. Not like he becomes weaker, but his value as a character definitely diminishes if you, let's say, unlock him at Fusion 10 and you have like 20 or 30 other diamonds. You just don't use him that often. So he's like a bottom tier S in my opinion, but apart from that, he's amazing. MK11 Jade is like, she's bottom A, top B, let's put her, yeah, okay. She is a good fighter, she has decent passive, so I'm going to, I don't hate her anymore, to be honest with you, so I'm going to give her the end of the A. I believe that's good. Cabal is kind of bad, so I'm going to put him as B, bottom B. His passive is very situational. When it works, but when it doesn't work, it's worthless. So, yeah, he's just a B. He's like an assassin type of character. Tag him in, you do his thing, and then tag him out. So, not horrible character, but not amazing at the same time. Nightwish is like... Nightwolf is like a mid-B. He's just okay. Decent support. Pretty good. MK11 Noob is A. So many sources of that mark. It is insane. Darkest Night Noob Cybot is S. I mean, this character is so good at Fusion Zero. So good. And in general, he's great everywhere. I mean, if you max this character out, you literally cannot lose a fight in Crypt. You can just auto every single fight and you'll be fine. I don't remember losing once with regular gear once I got Noob Saibot Fusion 10. He's so good. MK11 Raiden is a B, mid B, he has devastating special too, so if you have Team Soak with MK11 Rain, sorry, Classic Rain, use MK11 Raiden with good gear, you can decimate the enemy team, but more or less that's his only use. MK11 Rain is an A, very good fighter, very good support, so decent character. It's just the fact that Classic Rain is so much better, that's why MK11 Rain goes into A. Sindel is A, bottom A, very useful character, she can support, she's very good support, and in the general case, once you mark her out, she's like a support assassin type of character, so she has a lot of uses. MK11 Shang is a very useful supporting crypt, also in survival mode, so, and he can do that at Fusion 0. Amazing. Also as a fighter, he's not bad, his only weakness, he isn't necessarily among the very best boss killers. Spawn is A. Now, I'm even considering putting Spawn as S. I believe he's going to be too much though, so he's like a mid A. The reason why I believe he's A, because ever since he got buffed, he actually became a better fighter, a better support, and on top of everything, he's a nomad, so he can give you bonuses in every single season of Crypt, every single season of Survival Mode, so that's pretty useful. MK11 Sub-Zero is A. I wouldn't place him as S. He's like a mid to top tier A, very useful character. He's great. Cassie is like bottom B. She's type of character, tag in, just do her thing, like power drain and tag her out. And she can be useful at low fusion, however, as a fighter. And considering the fact that her special attacks are not really the best, I cannot really rank her more than B, like a mid B or something like this. Melina is A. Now, I wouldn't rank her as S for one reason that she's only used like mainly used as a support to MK11 Scorpion. Apart from that, she can't really do much, in the sense that she's not really the best against bosses. She isn't really used against bosses at all, because she just sucks there, she's not good. And everywhere else, like, why would you use Melina? Like, why? There are so many other options, she's so unsafe. If you get caught, you basically die, so she's like a character who tags in, kills somebody and tags out, or just supports MK11 Scorpion to form arguably the best team in the game. So she's part of it, but she's not the essential part. You can do it without her, it's going to be slower and stuff, but she's not the most essential part. So what I'm saying is that she's very niche. In her niche, she's absolutely godly, but outside of that niche, she's just not that great. Relentless Jason is bottom B, he's meh, not great, not terrible. Ronin Kenshi is bottom A, she can do massive damage, even outside of Ronin team. Lots of people underestimate his power, but I believe he deserves to be bottom A, I'm sorry. Ronin Kitana is mid B, she's not horrible, she has very high toughness, so you can make her something like a devastating tank that deals tons of damage and doesn't die. So she's just okay. Again, she's not one of the best, but she's not trash in my opinion. Ronin Takeda though is very close to be called trash, but he's just mid C or even bottom C. He's not good. Strikeforce Johnny Cage, another easy S. This is one of the exceptions because this guy is not amazing at Fusion 0, however, at Fusion 10, even with regular gear, he becomes unstoppable. He becomes crazy good in every single game mode. So I would forgive him that he's not good at Fusion 0, I'm going to place him bottom S. Strikeforce Scorpion, oh my god, Strikeforce Scorpion is trash. I'm kidding, of course he's not trash. Strikeforce Scorpion is somewhere here, one of the very best characters in the game. Excellent special 1, excellent special 2, great at Fusion 0, great at Fusion 10, great as a fighter, great as a support, great everywhere. The only drawback with Strikeforce Scorpion is low power generation, which is unfortunate for a diamond. Shao Kahn is C, like bottom B, top C, he has some uses. I used him once on a beginner account, so he can be useful in certain situations. Generally, he's not great. Scarlet, again, one of the worst supports in the MK11 realm, one of the worst fighters in the MK11 realm. She can decently fight, she can decently support, but there are better supports when it comes to healing, and better fighters when it comes to fighting. So why would you use her? I don't know. Reg Davora is bottom C, her passive is terribly outdated. I like the mechanics of her, but she has to be buffed, I'm sorry. And this guy, I believe he's bottom A. Ever since they fixed him, because I believe that was bug with the tapping on the screen, he's just okay, nothing special. Alright guys, so please tell me where I'm wrong, and yeah, I hope you found this video useful. See you next time, and have an amazing rest of your day. Take care.
Perfect.